YouTube channel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's
nice.
a change. Changing it up.
Yeah, we're in Miami, and this is Alicia's birthday weekend. And so I thought that, well, I titled the video "Happy Birthday to my beautiful wife." Yes, she gets embarrassed, so I want to embarrass her further. I want to add to the embarrassment by letting her know how much I love and appreciate her.
So, I took my birthday off of everything.
Did you? Oh,
Yeah.
so you don't want anybody to know.
Well, yeah.
Well, we're not going to let you do that. I'm not going to let you do that. I'm just not. I'm not going to let you act like it ain't your birthday, lady. It is your birthday.
I get bashful. I'm bashful, Boyce.
Bashful is one of the 7 dwarfs. You ain't no dwarf. Here we go. Estefan Kitchen Express. So, no, that's...
What do you get?
So everybody, let's embarrass Alicia, and everybody say happy birthday. We can do that at the same time. Oh, watch out! We're about to run into this lady. Excuse me.
She
just standing there. I know. She just drifted. You shouldn't be drifting right and looking left.
It's Gloria Estefan's restaurant.
Is this Gloria Estefan's restaurant?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Look, it's a picture of her and her little husband. I like
Fred says happy birthday. Black Native and Margaret and Fred and Doctor says happy birthday. See, look.
Okay, I very much appreciate it, but I always,
Why do you have an issue like celebrating your birthday?
I just, you know what it is? It's like, I took it off of Facebook because like my page it gets loaded with like happy birthday. I don't know. It's just too overwhelming. I don't know how to answer everybody.
Well, all you do is you just say thank you everybody for your birthday wishes and just one post. That's it. Or if you get bored, you can go through and say thank you. Just type the word thank you and cut and paste it.
Yeah, but if I do that, then it'll be more people happy birthday.
It's like overwhelming.
I don't. You know how I get. Like our proposal video. It just. I don't know. Even our wedding video.
Did our proposal video? Was that like rough for you to kind of deal with so many people seeing me propose to you?
The attention, I just wasn't used to.
Yeah, I can get that.
I can give attention easily. It's just
you give me attention. Well, and that's the thing about attention is that not all attention is going to be good. No matter what you do.
I don't care about that.
Even
I don't
if you
care
do
about bad attention.
Okay, so you don't worry about the bad attention. Okay.
I don't care.
So the bad attention didn't bother you.
It's just the spotlight in and of itself.
Oh, okay.
That's the only thing.
Now, what do you have against the spotlight?
I'd rather, you know what it is? I'm more of a behind the scenes. I'm more of a facilitator. I like to facilitate. I like to facilitate an interaction rather than like I'm not one of those people that would get on YouTube. You know how you do when you get on YouTube and you're like, you need to do this and you got to do this and all that. Like I'm not like that. I'm more like, tell me what you think. Okay, tell me what you like. I'm more of a process person. But like gathering people together and that's how I see myself. I'm more comfortable there.
Okay.
That's why I'm one of those therapists that I'll never go on and say, you want to make your relationship work, do this and that. Like, it's not my job to tell you to do anything. It's my job to figure out why you feel like you need to do what you're doing. Focus on the impact that it has on other people. And then get that information. Based on that information, decide what you're going to do with it. What do you want in your life? How do you want to pursue your relationships? Is that working for you? Is it not? How do you see yourself 5 years from now? So I'm more interested in the interaction. More so than I am telling people what to do. Telling people what to do, number one, doesn't work. It just doesn't even work. What's the point of preaching to somebody, lecturing to someone, telling somebody what they need to do, what black people need to do is this, what black people need to do is that. Who am I to tell you what you need to do? As a man, you need to do this. As a woman, y'all need to do that. I don't like that kind of thing.
What do you think about that Calvin Klein ad?
Okay, so you're more interested in that ad.
I'm interested, but you said you just said you don't like attention, so you're taking.
But I'm explaining.
Oh, go ahead. You're explaining. You're using the attention to explain why you don't like attention.
Well,
so
no,
go ahead.
I'm not. I'm moving into it. If you're listening to me, you would hear that I'm moving into another topic. Just my philosophy and my orientation And I'm not saying that my way is better than other way. Like people who get on there, people who feel like they can have a message to share and what people need to do, what black people need to do. I'm not pushing against that. I'm just saying that's not my cup of tea. Your cup of tea is beautiful. My cup of tea is just as beautiful.
Right.
You know, I'm not knocking anyone down. I'm just saying this is just my preference.
Okay.
And it's okay.
Okay. All right. So what I would say in general is different strokes for different folks.
Yeah.
That's all it is, right? So I think some people want to be told what to do. Like some people really want to be told what to do. Like when I want to figure out how to do my taxes, I need a tax accountant to say, this is what you need to do. I don't want them to say, well, do whatever you think is best because I'm going to fuck it up, right? So if that's not my ex, or if I go to my cardiologist, I need my cardiologist to say, this is what you need to eat. This is the test you need to take. I don't want him to say, well, who am I to tell you what test you need to take? Well, you're the goddamn cardiologist. You're supposed to tell me what test I need. And if you don't tell me, then I'm going to be resentful because I feel like you're not helping me the way I want to be helped. So I think that you're right to some extent in that you have to look at preferences, right? Like, what's your preference in your approach?
I'm more of a facilitator, that's all.
Right, but people have to be educated and informed. And like with investing, I tell people, pick your own investing style. But I also tell them, take the time to understand. You want to eat here?
I don't know. I was looking at Cuban Kitchen.
Let's go to Cuban Kitchen. That's cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, but that's what I do. So I will say, okay, let's learn the different styles so you know what the hell you're talking about, so you can make an informed personal choice. But I don't want to tell people just jump in and just start investing and do whatever you want, because a lot of these people don't know what the hell they're doing. You got people teaching people how to invest that don't know anything about stock market theory.
And that's all fine. All of it is good. It's all good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not pushing against any of that. I don't know. What's the menu?
They just have like a cafeteria style.
I've eaten here before.
Yeah, we've eaten here before. You want to eat here?
Let me look and see what they have.
How about that? What kind of conversation was that? Well, let me just tell y'all this. Y'all know I'm an advocate for black love on a major way. But I also, when I have a lot of guys that critique or criticize, the idea of marriage.
I don't see nothing here I want to eat.
Okay, let's go somewhere else. That critique, relationships and marriage, or even the guys that get rude and like, oh, you a simp because you in love with this woman or whatever. I don't pay attention to that. But one thing I do understand is I do agree with them that marriage is not easy, and if you marry a smart woman or a smart person, it becomes a challenge because you're both smart. You both have something to say. So you can't have too much ego. Too much ego means I'm gonna do all the talking. I'm gonna talk over you. Girl, you need to shut up and listen to me and just let me be the boss. And I think that kind of ego doesn't work well. Like, I think a guy like that probably does need to marry a dumb woman, because a smarter woman is going to challenge you in different ways, and you have to be very comfortable with that kind of challenge. You just have to be ready for it.
A smarter woman may not be challenging you, but you may interpret it as a challenge. There's nothing wrong with marriage in and of itself. The problem, I think, is the people in the marriage. It's the people who are married. Marriage in and of itself is fine. It's just they themselves that
I think marriage is just a thing. It's a concept. It's a set of rules designed by Western society to create this scenario. It's like signing a business. It's like forming an LLC. There are rules to an LLC, right? And I think with a marriage, you have rules. And I think that it's not good, it's not bad, it just is what it is.
Okay,
And many people get in trouble because they break one of the rules of the marriage. And I don't think that breaking the rule of the marriage makes you a bad person, but it does lead to people to objectively critique the expectations of marriage.
Well,
and legitimately ask, why are so many people getting divorced?
Well, the issue is that when I say marriage, there's nothing wrong with marriage. It's the people in it. So the people.
Well, there's nothing wrong with the people, though. It's the relationship, maybe not the people. But why would you say there's something wrong with the people? There's something wrong with the people.
I didn't finish my point.
Okay, go ahead.
It's the people in the marriage, so it's the people themselves that have to sit down and have a conversation about what are the rules of our marriage. What is it that's comfortable for me? Marriage in and of itself is not a thing. It's nothing wrong with that. It's just saying, okay, let's us have a conversation about how our expectations, how we're going to do this, what are we going to do. It's just sitting down and talking about those things that need to be hashed out. Right?
I agree. And I think the challenge of it too is that, what it makes me think about? Marriage makes me think about, like, when we went on our trip, we went on our cruise. I told you, I said, this week, I agree that I want to run 26 miles in this, while I'm on the ship. Because in my mind, covering 26 miles was like a good accomplishment. I was proud of myself for making that commitment. But then when I got to about mile 15 and I started feeling it, I was like, I don't think I want to do this anymore. So I think that sometimes with marriage, it's like people make a commitment and then they get into the nuts and bolts in the day-to-day of having to keep that commitment for, 8,760 hours a year over 10, 20, 30, 40 years. And then they end up violating the commitment, and then they come short of it. So I think a lot of times people are more willing to verbally commit to something than they are to actually fulfill the commitment. It's like writing a big check, but then when you got to cash it, it's like, woo, maybe I would have renegotiated or something like that.
There's consequences, of course, and you need to have compassion for yourself. This is a food court.
A food court? Where? But there's no food. There's only...
Maybe? I don't know.
They said food court, but it doesn't look like a food court. Does that look like a food court to y'all?
Why is nothing is looking tasty to me? And I'm hungry. Maybe I ain't as hungry as I say I am. But nothing is looking good.
Yeah, this is not a food court. This is the lamest food court I've ever seen. How you gonna have a food court with 3? Let's just go. I'm gonna go to Manchu Wok. I want some Chinese food.
I don't know if I want Chinese. But let me see if I'm moved by something.
Okay. All right. Well, we're going to go. So thank you all for the happy birthday wishes. And I'll check back in with you guys real soon. So have a good day. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.